Here's what I'm going to do to this fucking acorn to save you all the pain. Ah, that felt good. And as for you, Disney, yes, you, it's time to stop with Ice Age. Rest in peace, Ice Age, 2002 to 2022. 20 years later, I never could have foretold that the Ice Age franchise would meet as painful an agonizing a demise as this. Fuck Disney for treating Ice Age this way, and fuck them for doing something so cynical to Blue Sky. First they shut them down, and then they just make an Ice Age movie of their own. You know what, Disney? I want your rear end cut off for this and mounted over me fireplace. Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and I feel like a lesser human right now because Adventures of Fuckwild, not Buckwild, as it should be deservedly titled, took its toll on me to the point where I have no sympathy for ranting on Disney any longer. So welcome to my first ever extreme epic rant for an animated movie ever. I didn't even give the Emoji movie an extreme epic rant, but this might just be even worse. Yep, worse than the Emoji movie. And that's the alpha and omega of absolute shit. But this is the alpha and omega of mammoth shit. So, Adventures of Fuckwild tells the story. Wait, wait, did I say story? Oh, no, I mean, this fucking shit actually thinks it has a narrative. But if any of you are actually invested, which I seriously doubt literally any of you are, Adventures of Fuckwilder takes place after the adventure of Collision Course, or presumably. Never made abundantly clear because certain characters from what we saw in Continental Drift and Collision Course are not even in this one, nor they even mentioned, where Eddie and Crash are like, oh, fuck our sister Ellie, we want to go and live with Buck Wild in the Lost World after they saw it in Dawn of the Dinosaurs, and they reunite with Buck Wild and his new girlfriend Z, and they wanted to stop Olsen, this Triceratops who wants dinosaurs to rule over the mammals in the Lost World, and Manny, Ellie, Sid and Diego go down into the Lost World just like they did in Dawn of the Dinosaurs to bring Eddie and Crasher back to the surface, and what the actual fuck was the point of this bullshit? I am just disgusted at as fuck that Disney would have the audacity to actually do this, to do the most cynical thing they've done since remake The Lion King in 2019. Yes, so when the Ice Age franchise was in Blue Sky's hands before, sure, it's had its downs, but it mostly in good hands. I mean, Fox was more to blame for its decline more than Blue Sky. Blue Sky didn't even want to make Collision Course. They wanted to be done with it after Continental Drift, but Fox just forced them to make Collision Course just because Continental Drift made money, and that decision backfired big time. But the fact that this fucking piece of mammoth shit is making me give credit and like Collision Course goes to show how unspeakably shitty it is. Uh, Collision Course, it's actually not so bad. Dumb as it was, at least it was still had Blue Sky involved. At least it still had the original voice actors, and at least it still had Scrat. Adventures of Fuck Wild has nothing good to offer. This is not only the worst Ice Age movie by an entire fucking universe, not only the worst animated movie I have ever seen in my entire life, not only the worst pile of shits I have sat through in 2022 thus far, but it may now be one of my top 10 worst movies of all time, period. And you think I'm bullshitting you, I ain't. And I know I'm not the only one. I know Frozen 2 fan also agrees that this is the worst animated movie ever made. So be prepared, guys. Fasten your seatbelts as I beat the ever-loving shit out of this catastrophe. That's very existence brought the Ice Age franchise, a franchise that I once supported, to ruin, to the point of no return. Literally, it's just as bad, if not even worse, than Home Sweet Home Alone. The sixth installment of a franchise that's crushed our souls. Don't be deceived by the marketing and the title, because this shit is far from a Bucks movie. No, this is fucking Crash and Eddie's story. How fucking stupid! What the fuck did Disney? For fuck's sake, you thought Eddie and Crash are good enough to carry a feature-length movie as leads? They sure as hell are not. Eddie and Crash will try your patience to the fucking limits, to the point where I'm not tolerating them any longer. I just wanted to grab them by the tail and feed them to Diego. You just hate them throughout this movie. They are total dicks for wanting to just leave poor Ellie, their sister, like that, who they clearly adored in the original series, and just throw the great life they had away for the Lost World, the most dangerous place in the world, to quote Manny, where they could get eaten alive by a dinosaur any fucking moment. Oh god, I am seriously done with Eddie and Crash. If they actually died in this movie, I would have been throwing a wild party. I would have been like, well, at least this movie did something right. And their decision to stay in the Lost World at the very end, I was just like, oh, fuck you guys. Ellie deserves a much better brother than you two dickwads. You know why I also don't count Adventures of Fuck Wild as canon in the series? Because none of the original voice actors reprise their roles. Allow me to cry for you guys. I cannot think of a worse way to butt rape these characters than to recast them. The only voice actor that does reprise his role is Simon Pegg as Bug, but no one gives a fuck about Buck. If Ray Romano ain't voicing Manny, if John Leguizamo ain't voicing Sis, if Queen Latifah ain't voicing Ellie, and if Dennis Leary ain't voicing Diego, then I ain't watching it. And the new voice actors do a fucking awful job of impersonating the original cast. Something feels off about them the very millisecond they start speaking. You have got to have patience of steel to stick with this shitty monstrosity for an hour and 20 minutes. It's that short, but it feels a lot as long as 10,000 fucking years. And Buck's a girlfriend, Z. Her designer is just not attractive at all. It's 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 simplistic as shit. I mean, it's infuriating how little Disney gave a shit about Adventures of Fuck Wild. Heck, for the marketing, they even copied and pasted character posters from the original Ice Age posters instead of making their own. And the most heartbreaking part of all, Scrat is not in this shit at all. What a fucking disgrace. I mean, an Ice Age movie without Scrat? That sucks! That absolutely fucking sucks. I mean, absolute worst decision to cut out Scrat. So you don't even get any, you know, funny scenes with Scrat and the Acorn in this mammoth turd. You're a wanted mouse, Mickey Mouse, for making that despicable decision, and the animation is beyond ghastly. I mean, it was literally damaging my eyes just to stare at it. I mean, all I mean, Disney, all the Disney TV shows look look like Pixar in comparison to this. I mean, I think this was initially intended to be a TV show for Disney Plus, and I mean, it's just like the 2008 Clone Wars all over again, but even more of a crime against humanity than that. The animation here is as shitty as the visuals in animated rip-offs like Tiny Robots and the Little Panda Fighter. Yeah, that atrocious, and Orson as the villain. What the fuck even is this? I mean, the Dino Birds from Collision Course are better villains than Orson. Orson is the most diabolically bad antagonist I have ever seen in an animated feature in general. I mean, he looks like a retarded Triceratops. Disney had no creative ideas for their villain design, that they just took the leader from the Incredible Hulk, transformed him into a Triceratops, and we got this piece of shit for our villain. And you thought a Triceratops would be intimidating? Would at least pick a carnivorous dinosaur as your main antagonist. I mean, like a Rudy, but and why go back to the Lost World again? I mean, I can't fucking take seeing the Lost World in the Ice Age franchise any longer. I have seen more than enough of it, and that's a 2D animated opening scene which referenced the human baby and the previous 5 movies. Some have said that's the only good part of the movie, but I disagree big time, and here's why. I mean, that was is the definition of nostalgic manipulation. You know, we don't need a fucking recap of the previous 5 movies. I mean, who hasn't seen them at this point? The franchise is 20 years old, and they don't eat. Oh, and Peaches, Manny and Ellie's daughter, isn't in this movie either. Neither is Shira, Diego's girlfriend. And it gets even worse. Neither is Brooke, Sid's girlfriend from Collision Course. What the fuck happened to them? Never explained. So you guys see why I don't count this mammoth crap as canon, if it's not even going to bother to have a Peaches of Shira or Brooke in it. I mean, you don't just cuss out half the characters like that for no reason. This offensive shit deserves to be hit by the meteorites that's caused the extinction of the dinosaurs and obliterates into ash. So yeah, no more Ice Age. If you couldn't already get the impression, Adventures of Buck Wild sucks. I give Ice Age Adventures of Fuck Wild 0 stars out of 5. Fuck this mammoth shit. Okay, I'm calm again. I cannot honestly remember for the life of me the last time I got so pissed off with a movie. Let's just all pray to God that Ice Age 7 never happens and Disney have seen the error of their ways. Please, please, please. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this extreme epic rant. And what are your thoughts on the Ice Age Adventures of Fuck Wild? Are you with me in that it's the worst animated movie and Ice Age movie period? Or did you actually find it a little more tolerable than Collision Course, at least? I know some people do. Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I review the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, as long requested by Kevin. So sorry it took so long. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.